Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite channel on YouTube, Math Vibes, where learning math concept is so very easy. Once again, I welcome you all to this series of concept of decimal videos. This is our part 4 in which we are going to learn about type of decimals and comparing decimals. So let's start. So there are two types of decimals. First is like decimals and the second category is unlike decimals. Okay, before we come to know to comparing decimals, it is very important that you should know their types and how to convert unlike decimals to like decimals. So that is the reason why we are discussing type of decimals first. Now let us look at them in detail. So what are like decimals? Well, the decimals having same number of decimal places are called like decimals. Okay, in the decimal part. Now in part 1 video you have already learned that decimal has two part. Okay, so we will not go into that detail now. For that you can go and check part 1. So decimals having same number of decimal places. See, here we have 1, 2, 3, three decimal places, and here also in this 780.839 we have three decimal places. Now at both the decimal numbers we have three decimal places, right? So we will say that yes, they are like decimals. Okay, so we will say that they are like decimals. All right, now let's look at unlike decimals now. So unlike decimals are the decimals that have different number of decimal places. Okay, that is, in their decimal part they have different number of digits. Now if you look at this 58.32, it has two decimal places, and if you look at 85.5203, then it has four decimal places, right? So obviously here we have two and here we have four. They are not like. Okay, so if they are not like, then they will be unlike, right? So if they are not like, they will be unlike. So unlike decimals are which have different number of decimal places. Okay, so I hope this concept of like and decimal, like decimals and unlike decimal is clear to you. Okay, so now let us start with comparison. So before we move on to comparing decimals straight away, it is very important to look at some of the rules of comparison. Okay, and this is also important for us. If you will just click the subscribe button and subscribe to us, subscribe to our channel so that you can watch new videos. And thank you so much if you have already subscribed. Okay, so let's look at the first rule. All right, so the first rule is that the number having more digits in the whole part is always greater. All right, a number having more digits in the whole part. Now you know that in a decimal number there are two parts, whole part and the decimal part. Now first step will be, whenever you will have some numbers for comparison, then the first step will be you will count the number of digits in the whole part. 785 here. Okay, now compare it with this number 71. This is 785 and this is 71. Obviously 785 is greater than 71. So this is our first rule, that whenever we will have a whole part which is bigger, okay, whenever we will have a whole part which is bigger, that whole decimal number will also be bigger. So that is the reason why 785.256 is greater than 71.83. Okay, so let us look at one more example related to rule 1. Now see, now you have two numbers, 256.25 and 251.25. Now you want to find out that whether this number is bigger or this is bigger. Okay, so our first step will be, we will check its whole part. Okay, we will check its whole part. Now here the whole part is 256 and here the whole part is 251. Now can you tell me which is bigger? Yes, 256 is always bigger than 251, right? So we will say that 256.25 is greater than 251.25. Okay, because its whole part was bigger. All right, because its whole part was bigger, so we will say that this is also bigger. All right, so let's look at rule 2 now. Rule 2 says that if the digit in the whole part are same. Now sometimes this may also happen, or we may come across such questions in which the whole part is same. Then what we will do? Then how can we find out which is bigger and which is smaller? Tell me. So here comes our rule 2, that if the digits in the whole part are same, then we will move to the digits in the next place. Okay, that is in their decimal part. And then we will start comparing that. Now, if in some case they are also same, then we will move to the next digit. Then if they are also same, again move to the next digit. Now how? Let us look at these two numbers, 785.256 and 785.830. Here the whole parts are same. Both the whole parts are 785. So what we will do now? We will look at the number immediately, the first number in the decimal part, which is 2. Okay? And here the very first number after the decimal at 10th place is 8. Now can you tell me which is bigger, 2 or 8? Is 2 bigger or is 8 bigger? Obviously 8 is greater than 2, right? 8 is greater than 2. So if 8 is greater than 2, then this whole number will also be greater than the previous number. So this number that I have put it in a circle is greater than the other number. Understood? Let's look at one more example, then it will be clear in your mind. Okay, now here we have to compare these decimals, 357.95 or 357.1. So our first step will be, whenever you are comparing, you have to check that the numbers should be like decimals. Whenever you want to compare, it is very compulsory that you should check that they are in like decimals or not. And if they are not in like decimals, then you will convert them into like decimals. Now how you will convert, we'll surely discuss in the next in within few minutes. Okay, but firstly, now when we are comparing, okay, then now here you can see that this is 357 and this is 357. Okay, both are 357. The whole parts are the same. Now we have to compare the decimals at the 10th part, but they are not like. Okay, so to make them like, I have added 10. Now how and why I have added 10, we are going to discuss in the further part of the video immediately after this. Okay, so at the 10th place now you have 9. Okay, at the 10th place now you have 9. All right, and at the other, in the other decimal you have 1. Now can you tell me which number is bigger, 9 or 1? Which is bigger? Is 9 bigger or is 1 bigger? Obviously 9 is bigger. So if 9 is bigger, then this whole number also will be bigger. So 357.95 will be greater than 357.10. Okay, I hope this is the rules are clear to you, because if they are clear, then only you will be able to solve the next questions. Okay, and to solve the questions of comparison of decimals, you should know about the type of decimals, about the two rules, and the third most important thing is you should know how to convert unlike decimals into like decimals. Okay, and that we are going to discuss now. So whenever you have to convert unlike decimals into like decimals, then you have to see these two rules. Very easy. The first is you have to count the number of digits in the biggest decimal part. Okay, now suppose these two numbers are given to you, 85.32 and 95.6. Okay, 85.32 and 95.6. Now here in the decimal part you have two digits, and here in the decimal part you have one digit. Okay, so first step is count the number of digits in the biggest decimal parts. So obviously 2 is bigger, right? Then you have to add the number of zeros required to the smallest decimal part. So here this 95.6 was the smallest, right? And here we have counted that there are two decimal places. So in order to make this 2, need one more number, right? I need one more digit. So I will add one more digit to it, okay? And then it will become 85.32 and 95.60. Then using the rules of comparison that we have discussed just now, you can easily say that because the whole part of 95 is bigger, so 95.60 is greater than 85.32. Okay, if still it is not clear to you, we will take another example. Okay, now let us suppose that we have these two numbers now, 650.256 and 586.52. All right, now here in the decimal part you have three digits, and here in this decimal part you have two digits. Okay, here you have three and here you have two. Alright, now first step was to count the number of digits. We have counted here 3 and here 2. So here I need, in 586.52, I need one more digit to make the decimal part of both the numbers to be 3. No worries, we will just add one more zero, one zero over here, and this will be 586.520. Now using the rules of comparison, you can easily compare the two numbers, compare their whole parts. Obviously over here we can see that the whole part of 650 is bigger and 586 is smaller. So we can say that 650.256 is greater than 586.520. Now, till now, I hope the concept of type of decimals, the rules of comparison, the way how we convert unlike decimals into like decimals is clear to you. Okay, because then only you will be able to compare the two numbers easily. All right, so please watch the video carefully till now. If you are not clear, watch it again unless the concept becomes absolutely clear in your mind. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, it will just take a minute to click the subscribe button. Now let us start with actually comparing the decimal numbers. Okay, so that was the answer of this question. If you want to take another example, then you can take it and we will compare it also side by side. Okay, so here you have four digits in the decimal part and here you have only two. Okay, so in order to make 4 equal to 4, we will add two zeros now to it. Okay, add two zeros now. Which part is bigger? See, it became 15.2581 and this became 60.2500. So the whole part of 60 is greater than 15. So obviously which number will be greater? 60.2500 is greater than 15.2581. Right? So this is our answer. So now let's start actually comparing the decimals now and check that whether we have understood or not. Alright. So firstly, let's see the two numbers are 0.7 or 15.5. Now you have to check that which number is bigger. Okay. So first rule, compare the whole part. Now here the whole part is 0 and here the whole part is 15. So which number will be bigger? 15 is greater than 0. So 15.5 will be greater than 0.7. So this number will be bigger. Okay. Let's look at another one. Now 85.25 or 84.24. Tell me which number is bigger? First rule, compare the whole part. Here the whole part is 85 and here the whole part is 84. So can you tell me which is bigger? Yes, think on your own. and then only the concept will be clear in your mind. 85, whole part of 85 is greater than 84, so this number is bigger than or greater than 84.26. Let's look at another one. Now, see, now the numbers are 683.112 or 683.12. And I've already told you that whenever you are comparing the decimals, then your first step will be to convert unlike decimals into like decimals. They have to be like, then only you can compare. Now suppose if I say that I want to compare, now I'm telling you that why it is compulsory to convert them into like decimals. See, if I want to compare the height, suppose the height of two students, and if I say that I am comparing the height of class 1 student with the height of class 5 student, is it genuine? No, the class 1 student will be very, very young. Okay, his height will be very small as compared to the height of the student who is in class 5. So if you are comparing, you have to take note of this thing, that the two quantities or the two things or the two person whosoever you are comparing, they should be of the same level. Okay, how can I compare 683.112 with 683.12? Okay, they are not like. So first step will always be that you have to compare them into like decimal. So here if you have three places, then here also you have to make three places by adding 1 0 to it. Okay, by adding 1 0. Now after adding 1 0, you can easily check. See, the whole parts of them are same. Here the whole part is 683 and here also the whole part is 683. Okay, 683, 683. But now when the whole parts are same, then what does our rule 2 says? Go to 10th part. Now we have to check this number. So this 10th part, at 10th part, here we have 1. Oh, see, here also I have 1. So at both the 10th places I have 1. What should I do now? No problem. Go to the number at the next place. Now we will see the digit at the 100th place. So now here the digit at 100th place is 1 and here the digit at 100th place is 2, and we know that 2 is greater than 1. So that means 683.120 is greater than 683.112. Okay, you just have to take note of this thing, that you have to convert it into like decimals, and then applying rule 2 you'll be able to find out the answer. If still it is not clear to you, look at the next example very carefully. Okay, now let us see their whole parts. Whole part is 12, here also the whole part is 12. That means here our rule 1 will not apply, we have to move to rule 2. Okay, now rule 2 is that you have to see the digit at the 10th place. But if I will observe over here, then I will see that the digit at 10th place is 5 here, and here also it is 5. So we will see the digit at the next place. Now the digit at the 100th place is 2, and here the digit at the 100th place is 0. Hey, are you confused in learning about the places of decimal numbers? Don't worry, watch our series of videos on concept of decimals and your concepts of decimals will be very much clear to you. Okay, and take a quick minute to click on the subscribe button and do like our video. Thank you. Okay, so here at the 100th place you have 2 and here at the 100th place you have 0. Alright, so which number is bigger? We know that 2 is greater than 0. 2 is greater than 0. That means 12.526 is greater than 12.506. Right? What you said, right? Then let's solve this question now. See, 89, 89, whole part same, rule 2. Here also 10th digit is 7 and here also the 10th place digit is 7. So we'll shift to the next number, which is 8. Now 8 and 7. 8 is greater than 7, we know that. Okay, so that means if 8 is greater than 7, then 89.785, this number will be greater than 89.775. Okay, the more you practice such type of questions, the more you look at more examples of such type of questions, the more concept will be clear to you. Don't just look at one example and say बस बस हो गया मेरा, हो गया अब तो मुझे आ गया सब, अब मुझे देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, do watch these type of videos where you get to know more about decimals, and your concept will also be more clear to you. Okay, now this number, what about this number? Now this is a different number, I must tell you. See here, the whole part is 500. Here also the whole part is 500. And if you look at the digit at the 10th place, you will see that this is 0. And here also the number is 0. But now if you'll go to the next place, if you'll go to this number now, then the digit at the 100th place, here also is 5 and here also it is 5. Then in that case what you will do is you will shift to the next place again. जब तक same number आते जा रहे हैं ना, तब तक next right side पे जाते जाओ. ओके, रूल 2 में अगर 10th में सेम आ गया है, डोंट वरी, गो टू 100th प्लेस. अगर 100th पे सेम आ गया है, डोंट वरी, गो टू 1000th प्लेस. आगे आके चलते जाओ, कहीं तो कोई ऐसा नंबर मिल ही जाएगा ना जो बड़ा होगा. लाइक यहाँ पे 10th पे सेम था, 100th पे सेम था, बट यहाँ 1000th में तो सेम नहीं आ रहा. ओके, सो 1000th में यहाँ पे 8 है और यहाँ पे 7 है, एंड वी नो दैट 8 इज ग्रेटर देन 7. 8 7 से बड़ा है, तो अगर 8 7 से बड़ा है तो ये सारा नंबर भी बड़ा होगा. That means if 8 is greater than 7, then 500.058 will be greater than 500.057. Alright? Okay. Now this question again. Now see it carefully. I told you that the first step should be that the decimals should be like decimals. Okay. But here I have 45.202, but the second number is 45.2. Now our first step should be to make it into like decimals. So here I have 3 digits, but here I have only 1 digit. So in order to make it into 3, I will add 2 zeros to it. So now the number became 45.200. Now the whole parts are same, 45 45. So what we will do, we will go to the next part. Okay, now the digit at the 10th place is 2 here, and here also it is 2. Okay, go to 100th place. Here I have 0. Oh my god, here also I have 0. So don't worry, go to the next place. Now we will go to 1000th place, and you will see that here at the 1000th place you have 2, and here at the 1000th place you have 0, and we know that 2 is greater than 0. So that means if 2 is greater than 0, then we can say that this whole number 45.202 is greater than 45.200. Clear? Don't get confused. Okay, just keep in mind the rules and keep in mind the way how to convert unlike decimals to like decimals, and the questions will be very easy. Okay, now let us look at this example now. 3.247 and 3.2470. Hey, wait, I am not going to solve this one. Okay, now I'm just going to give you 2 minutes and you will solve and write the answer in the comment section below, and then I will let you know the answer, your answer was correct or not. All right. You want one more example? Oh, all right. This one I'll solve. So here 3 whole parts are same, and here you have 3 decimal places, and here you have 4 decimal places. So you will add 1 0 to it. Oh my god, but what happened just now? See, the digit at the whole part are same. Then the digit at the 10th part are same. Then the digit at the 100th part are same. Then the digits at the 1000th part are same. And the digit at the next part also is same. 0, 0. So both these numbers are same. So that means either neither the sign of greater than will come nor the sign of less than will come, but the sign of is equal to will come. So they both are equal. Okay, 3.2470 will be equal to 3.2470. Let's look at another example of this. So same 11.258 will obviously be equal to 11.258. Okay, they both will be same. So we will put a sign of is equal to. So here are some more decimal numbers, and let's see, because I have written it like this because in your book the questions will be written like this. And what you can do is आप लोग क्या करोगे, जल्दी जल्दी से बुक खोलोगे और फिर देखोगे कि ओके होल पार्ट बड़ा है, चलो चलो ये बड़ा है ये छोटा है. But don't forget, the first step is to convert it into like decimals first. See, in the very first part we have to add one zero to make it like sorry and in the second one 673.09 and 673.10 we have to add one zero here to make them equal, and the third one we have to add one zero here to make them equal. Okay, and then of course you can quickly solve it that the whole part are same. Go to 10th part 0 0, go to the next part 7 0, and 7 is greater than 0, so this number is bigger. Now same way 673.09 and 673.10, and we know that this is greater. Now same way you can see that the last part here is greater. Okay. Now the next set of questions are for you to practice. Okay. I will do it. These set of questions I will surely do, and but I will give you 2 seconds or okay 5 seconds to solve it. Okay, and then I will tell you the answer. Alright, your timer starts now. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, and tick tick 5. Time is up. Alright, so I will solve the answers and you just check that whether you have done it like this or not. Firstly, quickly I am going to converting them into like decimals. Okay, and after that just check your answers. First one is equal. Okay, the second one 0.515 is smaller than 0.551. In the third part 15.099 is smaller than 15.980, because see here at decimal place I had 0 and here at decimal place I had 9, so 9 is obviously greater than 0. See, when you will do this, when you will practice more questions like this na, then you will be able to do it within seconds. फिर इतना टाइम नहीं लगता जब एक बार रूल्स क्लियर हो जाए, ये क्लियर हो जाए कि लाइक ऑन लाइक में कैसे कन्वर्ट करना है. Okay, so if the rules are clear to you, then here is your turn. Come on, tell me the answers quickly in the chat box, that which numbers are greater. Okay, and the greater number you can write it in the chat box and I will surely check it up. All right, and we will love to see you subscribing to our channel. We upload videos on math content every day. Please visit our channel, do like, share, subscribe. All the links are in the description box below. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.